But when you hear that, you think, that's a pipe dream, especially in the light of the fact that over the last several thousand years, there's not been peace. And really, there's not going to be lasting peace, my friends, until Jesus, the Prince of Peace, comes back and establishes his kingdom here on the earth. What role do you and I play in this? That's the more important question. We can pray for peace for the nations, but if there's not peace in our heart and there's not peace at our dining room table, then there's not peace. So think about it. Think about your Thanksgiving. Think about your upcoming Christmas. Is there peace? Is there going to be peace in your home? Or is there going to be conflict? Is there going to be fighting and anger and criticism and so on and so forth? It need not be that way. Because let's understand what Isaiah meant. A sword was a weapon of war, and a plowshare was a metal blade used to turn over the soil for planting. And then we know what a spear was. A spear was a weapon for killing. And a pruning hook was a gardening tool used to trim vines and trees so they could bear fruit. So here's what Isaiah is picturing in this vision. Tools made for hurting become tools made for healing. And instruments of death become instruments of life. So when we turn a sword into a plowshare, here's what happens. I'm going to give it specifically to you. We move from arguing, gossiping, or holding grudges to cultivating understanding and reconciliation. That's how you move from that sword to that plowshare, right? That's how you move from that spear to that pruning hook, right? When we listen actively, forgive quickly, and we choose words that build up, not harm, then we are turning that spear into a pruning hook, right? That sword into a plowshare. So tools that were used for hurting become tools used for healing. And you and I have a role to play in that. Don't remove yourself from that. Think about your family. Think about your family, right? Is there peace in your home? Is there peace in your own soul? That's where it begins first. And that's why we don't have peace in the world and peace among nations, because people lack peace, the peace of Jesus in their own heart.